You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, it's Jonathan Rose and welcome to Masters in Trading Live. I get on here every day the market's open, 11 a.m. Eastern time to go over the market, share some thoughts. Once in a while we'll share our trade of the day. So I've been doing nothing but trade my entire 27, 28 year career. I've been out in Chicago. I've traded at the world's biggest exchanges. I started on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, trading futures. Then I went to the Chicago Board of Trade. I traded bonds, I traded ags. I went to the Chicago Options Exchange, and that's where I learned how to trade options, how to really value options to the penny. Now I get on here every day the market's open. Again, share some thoughts. Once in a while, we'll share our trade of the day. We always hop on 10 minutes early, say good morning. I got the chat open. Good morning, everybody. I greatly appreciate you guys getting in early. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Quick announcement though, I am traveling. Not yet, but as soon as I'm done with my Masters in Trading Live, I am off to the airport. So I'm going to be a little bit quick. Going to be traveling early this week, but we're going to get right into it. I want to talk about unusual options activity. I want to talk about our new program called the Big Money Tell. And then I'll get into some of our all access trades. All right, let's go to the screen, see what we got. Good morning, good morning. Ooh, rare earth minerals are certainly up today. We'll talk about that a little bit. So we came out with this last week. It's called the Big Money Tell. The objective of the Big Money Tell is I've seen so much bad education on options trading. I really have. Option trading using technical analysis, option trading using all these complicated terms. What we're doing with the Big Money Tell, and you can go, it's mastersthan.com/challenge 2025. I think that I can take anybody from no options experience to understanding options in 7 days. And I'm talking about being comfortable understanding options, understanding the risk of options, understanding how to manage positions in options, understanding where to get out with your options trade. So that's what we did. It's mastersthan.com/challenge 2025. So far, the feedback has been awesome. Thank you guys. Check it out. Okay, two big pieces of unusual option activity that I was able to find last week. So what I did is ARM. ARM, looking at the unusual option activity for last week, from June 10th to June 16th, there was $14.5 million worth of calls traded and only $2 million worth of puts traded. Now, normally, just because you see a lot of calls trade, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily bullish. But with ARM, if we look at the behavior that the stock's been going through, straight up, right? ARM has been super strong. So this is where outside money is flowing into. We are very bullish ARM. I love being long ARM as well. I just have 100 and 200 period moving averages, but it's a pretty good telltale sign when you see, and we call this customers. We call this paper. Customers come in $14.5 million worth of calls traded and only $2 million worth of puts. So as Eddie says, are you going to strong arm me? Yeah, strong arm. I think ARM is going way higher, and we certainly see that in the options activity. Here's another one. Look at TSM. I'll pull up a chart for TSM as well. Taiwan Semiconductor. Now, everything pulled back on that April 2nd tariff nonsense. It went straight back up. But if you look at the options flow, traders can learn so much. Because looking at the options flow, again, of TSM, looking at the options flow, June 10th to June 16th. So really looking at last week's trading behavior. Last week, TSM, $75.9 million worth of call buying. That was offset by a measly $2.5 million in put buying. When you see such an imbalance like this, Here's why you follow unusual option activity, and we'll get to you in a second. You hold off. And that's another reason why TSM has been super, super strong. This next one is a sector that we've been following, and I think it's a sector that's going to get a lot more popular. And that sector is in deep sea mining. Deep sea mining. Now, there's only 3 companies that you can trade or participate in to get exposure to deep sea mining, but these are all things that we're going to be looking at: TMC, MP, and USAR. I want to highlight the trading behavior in MP right now because MP is a $5.5 million, $5.5 billion company, deep sea mining company, and right now we are seeing gnarly volatility in these names. So let me actually go to our volatility visualizer. Excuse me. And if I put up MP right now, have you guys been following these trades, these rare earth, these deep sea mining trades? It's kind of unbelievable that they're up to a $2 billion market cap and a $5.5 billion market cap. But look at this MP, guys. MP, if I open it up a little bit, and if we look 3 years, now right now, because this sector is starting to get more recognition, that's why it's seeing lots of volatility. So if I can interpret this chart for you, MP over the last 3 years has stayed within its expected move. And the expected move is just these green and red. That's where the market makers are valuing the stock. It stayed within its expected move 77% of the time. If I drop down to 2 years, MP has stayed within its expected move 75% of the time. And if I drop down to 1 year, again, 75% of the time. But right now, MP is outside of its expected move. Normally, we would expect the name to trade back inside its expected move. But because this is such a new and I get there's momentum behind these names, I'm not sure if MP is going to snap right back down. We also have USAR. USAR looks like this because it hadn't traded options until May. May was the first time it traded options, and right away, USAR is outside of its expected move. And then finally, we have TMC, which is the metals company. 75% stays within its expected move. But again, look at the volatility all of a sudden in 2025. Why are we seeing so much volatility in this sector? Let me answer. Because governments are now talking about deep sea mining. So follow these names. We're following these names closely within our Discord community because we're seeing lots of opportunity within this deep sea mining, very, very new kind of sector that's born out of the market. Ernie, yeah, very, very cool trades. What else do I got for you? I got one more thing for you. I'm going to share one more thing in relation to gold. Let me walk you through this chart. And I want this for perspective, guys. This chart, blue shows the gold. Okay? The gold. Shows gold futures. Blue is gold futures. Silver futures. Copper. Platinum. Platinum has made a very strong move. Not going to catch gold. But my point is with gold strength, we're going to continue to see silver catch up. We're going to continue to want to be long copper. You want to be long platinum. As long as gold is running, these other metals, other commodities are going to keep a strong bid under them. Okay? I think that's what I got for you guys. Again, I got to run out. I got a flight that I got to catch. Look at this, though. If I go to the quantum names, things are up 10%. Refiners are strong. REITs are kind of strong. Satellite communication, SATS is up 50%. That's a heck of a move. And look at uranium. Uranium really strong across the board as well. So, bit of a quicker MIT live today because, again, I'm hopping to the airport, flying out to my corporate partners. I'm going to be back on Thursday. We're still going to have some MIT lives for you this week. I think Tuesday and Wednesday will be recorded videos where I'm going to review my favorite stocks for 2025. I put out 3 videos to start the year. 3 different sectors. One in uranium, love the uranium sector. One in quantum, and one in drone stocks. So over these next couple of days, we're going to review those videos that I put out 6 months ago and hold myself accountable. See how we did. For everybody in our All Access, you guys sit tight. We'll be right back. I'm going to open up our Discord community so I can answer your questions in real time. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate the safe trip, love. Happy Father's Day to all those dads out there. All Access, you guys chill. Be right back. Hey everybody, hopping back on.